Okay, so this is B. Coleman. And again, I am not a homeopath. I am just a fanatic about natural medicine. And I love to share that information. Today, we're discussing congestive heart failure, which we are told in the allopathic world is basically a death sentence. You wait to die because there is no cure. So, not so in natural medicine. So, here we go. There's not a congestive heart failure protocol per se in the Banerjee protocols book, but this next protocol did come from the Banerjee Clinic. Hold on. It's asking me to select a language for some reason. I've never seen this. Hold on. Okay. So this came from the Banerjee Clinic via email. And this is how it goes. Crataegus, Crataegus, oxy, and that's short for the full word, but it's oxy, O-X-Y, mother tincture. You take that twice a day, morning and evening. The next remedy is lachesis, L-A-C-H-E-S-I-S, mutus, M-U-T-U-S, lachesis mutus, 200C, once every other morning. And the third part of that protocol is Hamamelis, Hamemelis, Virginica, 200C, at the same time with Arnica montana, 3C. You take that twice a day at noon and at night. The only other protocol that I know of for congestive heart failure is not homeopathic, but I do subscribe to the theory of throw everything at an illness, including the kitchen sink. So where there's life-threatening illness in play, that's the perspective that I come from. I would do both homeopathy and the standard process supplement protocol that I'm about to divulge. Now, it's going to talk about the number of tablets or capsules that you need to take. And so the number of tablets or capsules listed to take per day are to be evenly spaced throughout the day. So for example, if it says you take 15 tablets of Cardio Plus, take 5 tablets 3 times a day. A range of the number of tablets recommended are also given. For example, they might say take 9 to 15 tablets. It's best to muscle test, but if you can't do that, because this is a serious illness, I would actually just go for the highest option. So here are the supplements for congestive heart failure that I understand are quite successful. The first one is Cardio Plus, Cardio-Plus. Recommended number of tablets is 9 to 15. However, if blood pressure is low, if you have constant low blood pressure, instead of the Cardio Plus, you would use Vasculin, Visculin, Vasculin, instead of the Cardio Plus. Next remedy is Cataplex B. Recommended number of tablets is 6 to 9. And these are daily, by the way. The next one is organically bound minerals, and the recommended tablets is 3 to 4 tablets a day. Next is folic acid, folic acid B12, and the number of tablets is 3 to 4 per day. Next is flax oil or cod liver oil, 1 tablespoon per day. If there is edema, use A-C carbamide, C-A-R-B-A-M-I-D-E. A-C carbamide, 6 to 12 tablets That's for edema again. After about 120 days, that is 4 months or so, you will probably be able to start weaning yourself from your medications. I do not suggest doing this on your own. I would get with your doctor, and together you can slowly and carefully and safely wean yourself from those medications. Unless the condition is now past the point of no return, this protocol will work, but only with faithful adherence to the protocol. It probably will take several to many months, and exercise consistency and patience. As always, for those who own remedy makers, I always try to find rates for remedies that we can use for the topic of the week. I found in the Yvonne Combe rate sheet, Yvonne, Y-V-O-N, Combe, C-O-M-B-E, a remedy called congestive heart failure. The rate, and this is a base 10 rate, is 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. That's 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Again, base 10. And of course, in the rate sheets, no potencies or frequencies of dosage is provided. I'm currently broadcasting this remedy, or not this remedy, but certain remedies to a friend of mine in an MM potency. Yes, actually, this remedy, the congestive heart failure remedy, in an MM dose of potency. And I believe I send his for 3 hours and 30 minutes. Use your own discretion, use muscle testing, use your best judgment. Okay, that is all that I have. Dr. Imran, will Ahava be speaking today?
Hey, B, what was the potency of hamamelis and the arnica?
Hamamelis. The arnica is 3C.
3C?
Yes.
How many times a day?
They're taken together. So hamamelis is 200 and
Okay.
taken together twice a day, noon and night. And I think that they've coordinated that with the Cretaceous OxyMT, which is taken twice a day, morning and evening. And they seem to distinguish between evening and night. I take evening to be 5, 6, 7, and night to be about 9, 8 or 9, maybe a little later.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
B, could you tell
Yes.
me how many vasculin you didn't, I don't think you said how many vasculin to take under the standard process?
I assume because they didn't specify otherwise, and when they said use it instead, then you use the same number that you would have used. Let me
The
find
9 to 15?
9 to 15, yes.
Okay,
And
thank
as
you
I
so
said,
much.
you're welcome. If you muscle test, that is just the best thing to do if at all possible.
Perfect. Thank you, dear.
Oh, you're welcome. Ahava, are you speaking today?
Yes. Hi, B. Yes, I am.
Okay, so I hand you over to Ahava.
Thank you so much for that detailed explanation.
Yeah.
Okay, my name is Ahava. I'm a traditional naturopath here in South Florida. And I'm just going to speak a little bit today from a naturopathic perspective, and then we are excited to hear from Dr. Imran. Okay, so I'm going to approach it from a slightly different angle. The heart is a sodium-potassium chamber, and you need sodium and potassium for the heart to function. So there is new guidelines for in clinical practice, not just in naturopathy, but in MD practice, that is, for potassium replacement in their clinical practice, because they have done studies and seen that potassium is super critical for preventing congestive heart failure. So some of the symptoms of a potassium deficiency is high blood pressure, muscle cramps, sugar cravings, constipation, muscle weakness, abnormal heartbeat, high fat storing hormone, renal problems, anxiety, and insomnia. So what can cause a potassium to become out of balance is there's a magnesium relationship there, and or if you have had too much sodium, especially that table salt sodium instead of the natural salt, having high cholesterol, being overly stressed, the stress hormone on a day-to-day basis, severe traumas, having those elevated cortisol levels can also lead to that. Let's also, fat storing hormones, as in diabetes is also an issue. Let's see, that's why you can create, get edema and fluid issues. Being too alkaline. I know that nowadays the whole craze is to be alkaline. Cancer can survive in an alkaline environment, but there is such a thing as too much alkalinity. So in my naturopathic studies, we are taught that the body, the saliva, and the pH of the saliva as well as the urine should be 6.4. So if someone's constantly taking in an alkaline water, let's just say of 9.5, over time, this can cause some issues. So being alkaline, is a tricky thing. And doing too much of a high alkalinity of water can also dump potassium. Now, drinking too much water can dump potassium. So that's why it's always recommended to pop a little Celtic sea salt in your tongue, because that helps with the minerals, or find ionic trace minerals. There's also a company in Australia, and as Dr. Imran is speaking, I'll put it in the notes here in the chat. I'm sorry. It is colloidal minerals. It is the highest form of minerals I have actually found. It is highly effective. It also corrects cavities. It's a really potent one, so I would love to share the link for that. Let's see, if you have a lot of fillings, be careful, just FYI, because they can pop them out. So if you've done a lot of work, you may want to, see the pros and cons there and taking it. It is a pretty potent mineral. Okay. Now, another cause of throwing off potassium is low hydrochloric acid. And drink, again, like I said, drinking too much water. So how do we get potassium? We get it through our diet. I actually love carrot juice because it does pull up the potassium if you need it right away. Also, taking aconite can be really helpful if you have the irregular heartbeat in the moment while you are, perhaps your client or patient is going through something that can really help in the moment. We need 4,700 milligrams of potassium a day, and bananas are another good one. Okay, so increasing your salads, 7 cups to 10 cups of, lettuce a day. That's a good way to get also potassium in. Now, I want to share what are some supplements that are good for congestive heart failure. L-carnitine, coenzyme Q10, creatine, golden seal, hawthorn berry, and vitamin B1. There is a company called, it's by Dr. Schulz, and I will post this here in the chat. 1 second. Oh, where'd it go? Chat. I have the link ready here. So I'll put this here so you could follow along with me if you'd like. Let me bring back up my screen. Okay. In it's a tincture, and it's for the heart, and in it contains hawthorn. So it's a nice blend of things. Yes, I'm gonna go through them again. He has in here organic hawthorn berry, organic garlic bulb, organic yellow ginger root, wild harvested cactus grandiflora stem and flower, organic red clover blossom, organic motherwort stem, leaf, and flower, and wild harvested habanero pepper. So it also has distilled water and alcohol. So I'm sure this is not for the faint of heart, but if you if you need it, it's something worthwhile to consider. And maintaining those good potassium levels in the body. I will see if the other list I listed again. I think I mentioned CoQ10, vitamin B1, creatine, golden seal, L-carnitine, and I think I forgot to mention alpha lipoic acid. So these are different ones that you can look into. As B mentions, muscle testing, doing the sway test could be very helpful. See if that is good for your body. You literally just hold the supplement to your solar plexus over your belly button, and you ask the body, is this good for me? If it's good, your body should sway forward. If it's not, your body should sway backwards. And I mean, it might not be that the actual herb itself is not good for you. It could be the actual company, the quality of it's not good for you. So it's good to test between multiple different ones. So those are some of the supplements you can take. I want to share a story. It's not congestive heart failure, but I want to give you an example as to how potent these herbs can be for the heart. My mother had some issues. She's always had some heart issues, stress issues over a long period of time. As I got older, became an adult, I started to learn naturopathic practices. I will repeat it again. I'll repeat it again, Sarah. Okay, hold on. And I started to change my diet and whatnot. Long story short, I moved on in life. My parents did not. They kept eating out multiple times a week. My father especially divulging in cookies and all kinds of things. My mother was better at it than him, but nonetheless, I feel that they were eating too many of those trans fats and just yucky foods from eating out so much. And over the years, like her heart just, blood pressure and everything just started to get to a point where it wasn't really manageable anymore with their medications, Western medication. So the doctor did a bunch of tests and actually, let's see here. He actually decided that she needed a stent. Oh, I think I put the link, sorry, directly to Dr. Imran. I don't know. Let me see. Oh, meeting group chat. Okay, that's why that happened. I'll do that again. And so I said to my mom, I pleaded with her one more time, and I pleaded with her one more time, and I said, Mom, give me 3 months, please. And if it doesn't, nothing is changing in 3 months, then go ahead and do your stent, because she got scared. Of course they scare her. So she finally let it go and worked with me. I gave her let's see, hawthorn berry, nattokinase, which is an enzyme that breaks up debris, and specifically more in the cardiovascular system, and as well as cayenne pepper. Of course, cayenne pepper tincture taken on a full stomach and not on an empty stomach, and she would take it with orange juice. And it really turned things around for her. In fact, she saw the head cardiologist at Cleveland Clinic, and he was so impressed that he said, I don't know what you're doing, but keep on doing it. She tried to explain to him what it was. He wasn't interested, and he just said, keep doing what you're doing. She no longer needs a stent. She went through all the tests again or whatnot. So I wanted to just highlight here how beautiful herbs can be for supporting your cardiovascular system. So with a little bit of patience and determination, I think things can get turned around. Okay, let me go back. I saw the comments here. Hold on. I'm so sorry. I did speak fast. I apologize. I think I can copy and paste and put it in the chat. Is that helpful? Okay. So yeah, I gave you Okay, amazing. And also I'll write here
How much
potassium.
nattokinase did you use? And you take that in between meals, right?
Yes, in between meals on an empty stomach, and I did do a high dose. Oof, what was it? I think it was upwards. I mean, I worked her, I always go low and slow. So I did work her up to certain numbers. Even the cayenne tincture we did quarter of a teaspoon, couple days, see how you're feeling, no reaction, keep going. I think I got her up to 2 teaspoons daily. I don't think she surpassed that, although I wanted her on 3. She didn't surpass the 2. I don't think she could have handled more than that. The nattokinase, I did. I think they sell them in like 20,000 and then 40,000, and then so I found one. I think that was the highest that you can find, and I had her taking 2 of those. So I think it was like 120,000. And of course, I started her on a lower dose and worked her up, and I think she was taking 2 of those 120, if I recall correctly. Um, and so that would have been 240,000 IU every single day. So one in the morning and one in the, afternoon or at night, before bedtime. I think that's when she was taking it. That's for the nattokinase. That really cleans up the cardiovascular system. Serapeptase is great for the respiratory system, anything lung related, cleaning up debris there. That one is pretty good for that. So yeah, nattokinase, hawthorn berry, and cayenne pepper. Those were my trio with her, and it worked really beautifully. So anything that supports the heart really is going to be crucial. Um, and potassium is important. I also had her taking celery juice and carrot juice, because celery gives a lot of sodium, and potassium is in the carrot juice, which those two balance each other out. So in the morning she would be taking some of that as well, and that really also helped with the high blood pressure issue. Okay, is there anything else I wanted to say? And just check my note here. I mentioned something about putting a link in here, and I don't remember what I said now. Anybody remember in the very beginning? Let's see.
Dr. Schultz's tincture. Was
No,
that
I
it?
posted it. There wasn't, I think there was something else I mentioned I was going to post.
A colloidal
Um,
mineral link.
oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, that's it. Amazing. Yeah, let me get it for you right now. This is amazing stuff. I have it right here. There's a lot of information on his website. So you can read through that. And then here is the link. Thank you so much for that reminder. The sodium potassium balance can be confusing. Yeah. So, let's see. I think, and I'm spacing right now, when you do the blood pressure, the top number, you're going to want to treat that for sodium, and the bottom number is for potassium. That's how I remember it. The up one, I think, is the diastolic, right? Is the first one, and then the systolic is the second one. So the first one, the high number, or the larger number, I guess, the one that goes on top, that is for celery juice. I think celery juice, sodium, and then the bottom one is potassium carrot juice. And that is so crucial for the sodium potassium chamber in your heart. So anytime anyone's having flutters or heart flutters, think of balancing it out with those minerals. Okay. Any other thoughts?
You mentioned something for an oxygen issue. Was it the seraptase?
Serapeptase is good for
serapeptase.
cleaning up debris in the respiratory tract.
Ahava,
Yeah.
what do you think of electrolyte concoctions? For example, there's a product called Trace Minerals.
Mm-hmm.
There's other products, they call it like seawater.
Mm-hmm.
Are those of benefit, do you think?
Yeah, sometimes I do 2 minerals. just like regular trace minerals and sometimes like ionic trace minerals. Also, I have homeopathic trace minerals from a company that I use called Does Bio. That one's really nice. I think it's just some people don't like the taste of it. So they might find it really bitter. So I think it just depends. I think it really depends on, the person and what they're able to tolerate taste wise. What's nice about this colloidal mineral, it's a powder. So you could take it in capsules or you could sprinkle it on your food or into your smoothie. So that's what I really like about this one, that I feel like you have a little bit of control over it. I know that was not like 100% complete answer.
No, that's
But
good. Thank you.
okay. How much hawthorn did I give her? I muscle tested for her, so I'm not recalling now. It's been a little while. I don't recall. I frequency test that, and I don't remember that number off the top of my head. I made like a whole, at this time you're taking this, at this time you're taking that, and I wrote it all out for her, and she had it on her fridge, and she like followed it to the T.
And you were treating her for her high blood pressure?
High blood pressure and the need for a stent.
Okay.
So now she doesn't need a stent. Thank God. She still is on some of her oh, she just got off one medication. She was taking multiple medications for her blood pressure. She just got off finally off of one of them, and we're working on trying to get her off of the rest of them. She's been on them for decades, so it's a little tricky coming off. So we're just doing it slowly. Sandra, if you can frequency test for how much your body needs or your client needs, that's probably the best way to go. If not, follow the directions on the bottle. Ionic trace minerals. Yeah, 1 second. This is one, I mean, there's a lot of them out there. This is one that's pretty popular. The concentrates. This has, some people say it has like a little bit of a bitter taste. So I guess it really just depends on the person, but this is a liquid one. And I really like just the Celtic sea salt right under the tongue. Like it's just a little rock.
Is the Celtic the same as like real salt? The pink salt from Utah?
Oh, the Redmond real salt.
Yeah.
Well, I think they all have, depending on where they are in the world, they may have, they might be more complete than others. I don't remember in comparison with the two, which one is which. That's a good one to, maybe I should look up again. I do use the Redmond sea salt at home. And I also have the Celtic. Now, I will say when I taste the Redmond sea salt in my mouth, it doesn't taste as salty as, it doesn't taste, oh, let's see, I don't know, I guess I can't figure out the, this chat. I'm sending it privately to people. I apologize. Okay, there it is. So let's see here, the Celtic sea salt, when I put it under my tongue, I really like taste this like it's much more concentrated, if I guess you could say that. But I know all of them have their benefits. It's been a craze with the Celtic sea salt because of Dr. Barbara O'Neill. She really like got that going, and it got kind of wiped out of the market everywhere. But everything is, what I do? I have a variety of salts. I have Hawaiian sea salt that's like black. I have from different parts of the world. So I like to actually keep different types of salts in the house. And whenever I'm in the mood for something different, I just kind of rotate it around, actually, to be honest. But I do tend to grab the Celtic sea salt and pop it under my tongue if I feel like if I need some minerals. Yeah, Celtic sea salt as in the Irish spelling, correct. Okay.
And your experience is if you're popping this extra salt under your tongue and or you have somebody with high blood pressure who's doing that, it doesn't actually increase or affect their high blood pressure, does it? Great. Thank you.
No, what's bothering them is the table salt and not enough salt, because the Cardiology Association long time ago told everybody stop eating salt, and that caused more heart issues. I don't find it to be an issue with regular salt, like real salt. Do not use table salt.
We've used Redmond salt for years, and then recently started the Celtic sea salt, putting it under the tongue. And my husband's always had an issue with constipation. So when he started that, everything started moving a lot better.
Oh, that's so cool.
Because
Yeah.
I saw a little snippet video on Barbara O'Neill, talking about how when you do that, it's getting the water into your cells.
Right.
So it really made a difference.
Wow. Thank you for sharing that. That's really cool to hear.
That was really amazing. And a lot of people have said that if they put the Celtic sea salt under their tongue, it's helped with headaches and whatnot. So,
Right.
And like I said, we've used Redmond for years, but I started doing the Celtic. So there is a difference.
You think there's a difference? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I taste it in the concentration. Like, I like to use the Redmond sea salt for my cooking, right? Because
right.
Yeah, the Himalayan sea salt has like arsenic in it and different things. And I actually found through frequency testing that it's not out that it's meant out to be, like the mass production of it at least. So I switched over to Redmond sea salt for my cooking, and then I use the Celtic sea salt more, I guess you could say, therapeutically.
Ahava,
Yeah.
where does kosher salt fit in all of this, or does it?
Kosher salt. I think that's still bleached.
Is it?
I have I have a feeling that it is. I don't use it,
Okay.
even though I'm kosher, but I don't. I'm Jewish, but I don't use the that big blue thing that says I don't use that. I'm almost I feel like I'm not 100% sure, because I just remember a long time ago I looked into it, very long time ago, and I remember going, this isn't real salt or something like that, or it's bleached, or I think I have a feeling that it is.
Thank you.
Trader Joe's, like one time a year, brings in these long vials of different kinds of salts from all over the world. So it's kind of cool to get. And when we go traveling, I actually will bring salt from that that's made, like produced in that country, back to my house as well. It's interesting. All the salts, they all are like have different flavors and tastes and intensities. So again, I like to have different ones in the house. Okay. I hope this was helpful. Thank you so much. Oh, I wanted to say one thing in reference to, so when you get the cells operating correctly, then you are absorbing and assimilating nutrients and minerals from your food into the cells and going to where it needs to go, which means that you won't be constipated and backed up. So that's one reason why, those minerals can be so helpful, is that it gives an extra boost in getting those minerals into the cells. Okay. Amazing. Thank you so much, everybody. I love it. Thank you so much, Dr. Imran, for having me here. And I pass it off to you. Thank you.
Can I ask one more question? Oops.
Yeah.
The bioplasma salts, the cell salts,
Mm-hmm.
do they affect anything like with the Celtic salt?
Should, do they like
Should you use
cancel
them
each
like,
other?
do you use them in conjunction with everything else? Do they increase your salt load?
I don't think so, because it's just moves things on an energetic level. So I don't think so. I mean, I don't know that I would take one back, them back to back. But one is more, it's homeopathy-ish and more energetic frequency versus another one that's like, the actual physical salt.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah, that's just my educated guess there. I don't think it should be an issue.
Okay.
I have a question. Does an imbalance between the potassium level and the salt level have anything to do with edema in your legs?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And that's also kidneys. So we always look to the kidneys there, with edema in the legs specifically.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Good questions. Okay, thank you. All right, Dr. Imran, thank you so much. I want to welcome Dr.
you.
Imran.
Okay, thank you very much. Bismillah Rahman Rahim. Here is Dr. Imran from Pakistan. So today we talk about heart issues. First, I talk about some remedies for cardiovascular disease. When heart failure is concerned, there are many effective homeopathic remedies are available, but the selection depend upon the individually patient condition. So first remedy is aurum metallicum. First remedy is aurum metallicum is used in treating symptoms of weakness in the muscles of the heart. So aurum metallicum we are used in 30C and 200C according to the patient condition. So next remedy is aconite. Aconite is used when a person is having a heart attack. So aconite we are used in 6C, in 30C, and in 200C, and in 1M according to the patient condition. So third remedy is spigelia, Spigelia, spigelia. Spigelia is used in the treatment of irregular heartbeats, which may cause sharp pain in the chest. So spigelia we are used in 30C and in 200C and in 1M according to the patient condition. So next remedy is cactus grant. Next remedy is cactus grant. This remedy is used in treating angina, which is characterized by symptoms of pain caused by decreased blood flow to the heart. So we are used cactus grant in mother tincture and cactus grant in 1X, 2X, 3X, and 6X, and 30C, and 200C according to the patient condition. So next remedy is a very important remedy, Crataegus oxy, Crataegus, Crataegus. This homeopathic remedy is used in treating coronary insufficiency in people. This disorder cause problem in a heartbeat. So I use only Crataegus in mother tincture. And I also use Crataegus as a heart tonic. Next remedy is Digitalis. Digitalis. This homeopathic remedy is used in treating cardiac muscle failure. This disorder causes palpitation, tightness in the heart, muscles, and suffocation sensations. So I use this remedy in 30C and in 200C according to the patient condition. Next remedy is Kalmia, Kalmia, Kalmia. This homeopathic remedy is effective in treating cardiac hypertrophy, which cause to heart muscle to thicken, resulting in size reducing of the ventricles. This treatment is very effective in treatment cardiac hypertrophy that results after rheumatism. So we are use Kalmia in mother tincture, Kalmia in 1x, Kalmia in 2x, Kalmia in 3x, and Kalmia in 6C, and Kalmia is 12C and 30C according to the patient condition. Next remedy
What was
is
that last remedy? Can you spell it?
Kalmia, Kalmia.
And that
Kal,
was for an enlarged heart, the heart muscle being enlarged.
sorry,
Calmia was for the heart muscle being enlarged.
yes. So we are use Kalmia in mother tincture in 1x, in 2x, in 3x, 3C, 6C, and 30C, and 200C. Next remedy is Strophanthus, Strophanthus. This remedy effective remedy to treat heart failure when edema of lungs, hearts, action weak, rapid irregular due to muscular debility and insufficiency, pulse rapid, alerting with slow, weak, small, irregular. So we are use this remedy in only mother tincture and 1x, 2x, and 3x according to the patient condition. So next remedy
Would you
is
spell that one? Would you spell it for us?
Strophanthus.
Can you write it for us?
Strophanthus. Next remedy is Cardusmar. 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 Cardusmar is an effective homeopathic remedy for heart failure with liver complaints, pain pressure, and stitches in the region of the heart, operation on deep breathing. So we are use this remedy in Cardusmar in mother tincture, Cardusmar in 1x, and cordesmar in 2x and 3c and 6c according to the patient condition. So next remedy is Naja, Naja. Naja is best remedy for heart failure with weakness and valvular disorder, visible palpitations, damaged heart after infarction disease. So we are use this remedy in 30C and in 200C according to the patient condition. Naja is a snake remedy. So next remedy is Nux vomica, Nuxvomica, Nux vomica. Nux vomica is an excellent remedy for heart failure seen in alcoholic patients. Heart feels tired, palpitation on laying down, usually constipated. So we are use this remedy Nux vomica in 30C and Nux vomica in 200C according to the patient condition. Next remedy is Arnica monta. Arnica patient who benefit from this remedy have some of the following. Severe strain to heart muscles, which can lead to thickening of the heart muscles, swelling of hand due to exhaustion, feeling as if the heart is tightly, chest feels sore and burst, making the person feel uncomfortable even with the touch of a cloth. Heart attack due to chest pain, exhausting due to the left arm, feeble, irregular pulse. Such individuals do not prepare to many people around and keep monitoring that they are fine. So next remedy is Kali carb. Kali carb symptoms sensations as if the heart is suspended, rapid heartbeats, constant feeling of burning in the heart region, weak rapid pulse, gastric disturbance, fear of heart failure, breathlessness, nausea. So we are use Kali carb in 30C and Kali carb in 200C. Next remedy is Laxis, Lachessis, Laxis. Feeling of fullness in the chest along with irregular heartbeats, often described as a bursting sensation. Symptoms are rose after falling asleep. Pain increase if the person lies on the left side. Palpitation with fainting spells. Feeling of warmth, heat, and tight clothes or jewelry are intolerable. Cough along with chest angina, choking in the bed that compels the person to sit up. So next remedy is Galonin, Gloninum. Severe palpitation with visible carotid arteries, severe pulsing headache, a feel of congestion in the head, heat is intolerable, face and chest become flushed, symptoms become better in the cold air, restlessness with the pain, fainting spells due to heat, fluttering of heart, difficulty walking uphill, throbbing felt all over the body. So we are used gluonine in 30C and 200C according to the patient condition. So next, I want to share some combination which different companies. So I want to share first I want to share a pics in chat box. Lexis 30C and Lexis 200C and Arnica always use in high potency in heart attack like 1M, 10M, 50M and CM, and always avoid to use Arnica in Arnica low potency in heart attack.
So you said avoid low potency arnica in a heart attack?
Yes, avoid to use low potency Arnica in low potency in heart attack. I always use high potency like 1M, 10M, 50M and CM. Some pics I share. First is Diacard Gold. Second one is R2, Requij 2. And R22 and R3. They are all combination good in heart patients, for heart patients. So now I want to share some protocol which we are use in our clinical practice.
So could you repeat what you just said?
The rec leagues.
I want to share some protocol which we are use in our clinical practice. So first, protocol is if heart beat fast and feeling weakness if heart beat fast and feel weakness and weak heart, first remedy, first protocol is Naja 30C. Spigelia 30C and Netramure 30C. Mix together these three remedies and use 3 times a day. And next protocol is for heart tonic. For heart tonic, aconite in empty, five ml, and Crataegus in empty.
What was the second one?
30 ml. Mix together these two remedies and use 3 times a day.
So that was
When
just
you-
aconite and Cretaceous only in that mixture?
Aconite, mother tincture 5 ml, and Crataegus mother tincture in 30 ml. Mix
Oh,
together these two.
What was Crataegus potency?
In mother tincture.
Okay, mother tincture. And when you say it's a heart tonic, what does that mean? Because you also called Crataegus a heart tonic earlier, mother tincture.
Yes. These Crataegus here in Pakistan, we are used as a heart tonic if uh, patient age of 50 plus, so no pain, no feeling anything, but we are used this tincture for as a heart tonic.
So you mean that you use it if you're over 50, even if you
Yes.
don't have even if you don't have a heart condition?
Yes, if don't have any heart condition, but we are just used as a tonic.
Okay, great.
Crataegus is good for heart muscles.
And you do it 3 times a day just as a preventative?
Once a day is fine. Once a day. If we need to use as a tonic, then we use only once a day.
So it was just aconite and crataegus? Was there a third one?
Only two, aconite
Only
and
two?
crataegus.
Okay, thank you.
But quantity aconite is only 5 ml and crataegus is 30 ml. Mix together these two.
So if you have them mixed at that rate, do you just take a drop of that or do you take 35 ml every day?
No, not 35 ml. I meant to say 30 ml is crataegus and 5 ml is aconite. Mix together these two melt tincture and use 10 drops once a day or uh, twice a day or 3 times a day. Some people need, if heart disease in family, then need to use 3 times a day. If no heart disease in family, then just use once a day.
Thank you for clarifying that, because I think we all thought that we had to take the whole 35 mLs.
Not whole 35, just 10 drops.
Yes.
Is this a good preventative for other things like dilated cardiomyopathy?
Actually, this protocol, crataegus and aconite, is only good for heart muscles. But wait, I share more protocol for this. Okay, is next protocol is for angina. Megfast 30C, Megfast 30C, Carbovage 30C, and Naja 30C. Megfast 30C, Carbovage 30C, and Naja 30C. Mix together these three remedies and use 3 times a day. So next protocol is, if blood clot in arteries, then we are use arnica, sorry, aconite 200C, Ledampal in 200C, and Lexis 200C. Mix together these three remedies and use twice a day. And arnica 1 m alternative day.
On the first arnica, did you say 3C or 30C?
Where
At the very
aconite,
beginning,
sorry, aconite 200C, Leadenpal 200C, and Lexis 200C. Mix together these three remedies and use twice a day. And arnica 1 m, arnica in 1 m alternative day.
okay, because I heard an arnica right before the aconite. Good to know. Thank you.
Welcome. So next protocol is let me check first. Angina pain with high blood pressure. Angina pain with high blood pressure. Bretacarb 30C, belladonna 30C, arsenic album 30C, and natrum sulf 30C. Mix together these remedies and use 3 times a day and
The last one was Nat Sulf.
yes, and Cratagus in empty 10 drops 3 times a day.
So that was Crataegus
Next,
mother tincture, 10
yes,
drops,
yes,
3 times a day.
yes, yes, dear.
Thank you.
Okay, next protocol is angina with low blood pressure. Angina pain with low blood pressure. Carbovate 30C, Naja 30C, and Magfast 30C. Mix together these three remedies and use. In case of emergency, use every 15 minutes 1 dose, otherwise use 3 times a day.
Could you repeat that set once more?
In case of emergency, need to repeat these three remedies every 15-minute 1 dose, otherwise use 3 times a day.
And what are the remedies?
Carbovate 30C, Naja 30C, and Magfast 30C. Okay, so if angina pain with low blood pressure and low oxygen level, if angina pain with low blood pressure and low oxygen level, then we just add larosirasis 200C.
Would you spell that?
Larosirasis 200C. Carboage 30C, Naja 30C, and Megfast 30C. And if a low oxygen level, then we just add one remedy more, larosirasis in 200C.
That is together with the other remedies at the same time?
Separately with
Oh, okay.
three remedy combination and larosirasis is separate. Okay, so next protocol is if heart enlargement, if heart enlargement and fluid in lungs. Protocol is arnica 200C and Restox 200C. Mix together these two remedies and use 3 times a day. Arnica 200C, Restox 200C. Mix together and use 3 times a day. And next is sulfur 200C and basilinum 200C. Mix together. Sulfur 200C and basilinum 200C. Mix together and use twice a day.
That's still for the enlarged heart with fluid in the lungs?
Yes.
Okay.
And third single remedy is aurum metallicum. Aurum met 200C once a day.
Are these three different options, or do you take all of these remedies for?
All these.
Okay.
And what was the frequency of the sulfur and the, was it?
Sulfur 200C and basilinum 200C. Mix together these two remedies and use twice a day. 2 times a
Thank you.
day.
Thank you.
Okay, so next protocol is for sportsmen. If sportsman heart enlargement due to exercise, first remedy is Restox 200C and Ruta 200C. Restox 200C and Ruta 200C. Mix together these two remedies and use Restox 200C and Ruta 200C. Mix together these two remedies and use 3 times a day. Next protocol is for heart palpitation. Arsenic album 30C, Aconite 30C, and Carbovage 30C. Mix together these 3 remedies and use 3 times a day.
What was this for?
Aconite 30C, Arsenic album 30C, and Carbovage 30C.
I mean, what are you treating?
For heart palpitation, if
Okay.
heartbeat fast.
Okay.
Is heart palpitation and AFib the same thing?
Sorry, say again.
Is heart palpitation and then AFib the same thing? Atrial
Okay.
fibrillation.
Then we are use Aconite 30C and Naja 30C. Mix together these 2 remedies and use 3 times a day, and Crataegus oxy 10 drops 3 times a day. Okay, anyone have a question about this topic? So I'm here to answer.
If you could repeat that last one more time.
Okay, Naja 30C and Aconite 30C. Mix together these 2 remedies and use 3 times a day. And Crataegus oxy. Crataegus in mother tincture 10 drops 3 times a day.
And this is for atrial fibrillation?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Dr. Imran, with the heart enlargement and fluid in the lungs, I've got somebody that the heart enlargement is pressing on the trachea. Would that help reduce the size of the heart enlargement to stop pressing on the trachea?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome. Anyone have a question?
Yes, Dr. Imran, I do. For you mentioned high blood pressure, I think up above somewhere. Where was it? Or heart palpitations. Okay, yeah, my question's more about low blood, just regular low blood pressure and high blood pressure. Do you have any just thoughts on that?
Okay, for low blood pressure, Carbovage 30C and Naja 30C. These two remedies giving me always a very good result. And high blood pressure. So high blood pressure, Aconite 200C and Belladonna 200C, mix together these two remedies and use 3 times a day. And next is Araulfia in mother tincture and Crataegus in mother tincture. Mix together these two mother tincture and use 3 times a day. And next protocol, blood pressure. If blood pressure high or diabetic patient, for diabetic patient, then we are use natrum sulf 200C, Bretacarb 200C, and Belladonna 200C. High blood pressure in diabetic patient, natrum sulf 200C and Bretacarb 200C and Belladonna 200C. Mix together these three remedies and use 3 times a day.
Dr. Imran, on the one before that for high blood pressure, you had mentioned Crataegus and mother tincture, and there was another mother tincture I missed.
And Raulfia. And Raulfia.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Thank you.
Welcome.
On the one for the low blood pressure, you gave us 3 remedies, but you didn't give us a frequency. Is that 3 times a day?
Yeah, 3 times a day. In regular use is 3 times a day. In case of emergency, we repeat these remedies and every 10 minutes.
Okay.
Dr. Imran, I would like some clarification on the very last set you gave with natrum sulf and Bretacarb and Belladonna. This is for which kind of patient?
High blood pressure in diabetic patient, in sugar patient.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Welcome. Anyone have a question?
Could you please repeat the Recawig mother tinctures, please? The first 2 I didn't get, and then it's 22 and 3.
The first one was
Recawig.
R2. R2.
I think I share already a pics.
And the second one?
It was R2, R22, and R3.
So there were just 3 of them?
There was something that he said right before that, and I didn't catch it.
Okay.
Okay, I resend. Just a minute. I resend this.
I actually wrote it down as the pictures came in, and I put it here on the chat so you guys can copy it.
Just 1 second, I resend. Give me a minute only. I resend all pics. So anyone have a question?